and work and travel on the road with quite many of them. But some of them go away and come back, and it just gives you the character of the person that you sometimes know. Now, I met a young man when he was 14, 15 years old, came for me to hear a lot of, came for myself and Andre Harrell from Uptown Records to listen to to see what their talent was. And his name, he's in the studio today because he went away, and he's going to give us back history of his journey until from then up until now. I am so pleased to welcome Jamal Stevens to the platform. Welcome, sweetie.
How y'all doing?
Good. So what you been up to? I met you when you was 14 years old. I took you to Sweetwater's,
Sweetwater's, yes, West Side.
On the West Side,
Yeah.
where we had artists like Soul for Real,
Yeah.
SWV, Mary Jane
I seen the
Blige,
Manhattan studio one day too.
then the Manhattans.
Yeah.
But so not only what I did in Sweetwater's was to work with classic soul legends like the Manhattans and Ray Goodman and Brown the Temptation, but then I had artists that was on the come up, like your SWV, which was Sisters with Voices, and had you in Sweetwater's as well.
Yes, you did.
Along with Soul for Real.
Yep.
And those artists. And then you disappeared and went away. I didn't know what happened to you. So take us on a journey.
All right, a journey through sound, time, and distance. Here we go. Well, I remember you took me everywhere, Sweetwater's, clubs, or the mic check. I was embracing it. You taught me the basic foundations that I need to suffice in this business. As you did, because you raised strong soldiers. And it's like everybody that start with you, they just turn out to this immaculate figure. I mean, they're just so productive and headstrong in this game. They're lions. And I thank you for giving me the start and teaching me the game and teaching me how to maneuver through this musical economic system.
Absolutely.
You know, but when we first met, I remember there was a guy named Serge.
Okay.
Remember Serge?
Yes.
He was with Infinite. He was passing out flyers. He said, "You didn't go holler at B. Montgomery." I said, "Okay." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from Jefferson." I was young too. I remember. You said, "Okay, well." I remember I used to come to your house, and you used to take hours to get ready before we go downstairs, before we go downtown. Yeah, I'll probably put you on blast.
Okay.
But since then, I remember you sent me to Bernard Simmons.
Bernard Simmons was a producer that was on the come up that worked with a lot of artists that the industry was interested in, some of the people that he produced, but you know, you have naysayers.
Yes.
And because Bernard lived in the project, people are like, "Oh, well, what producer lives in the project?" Newsflash, Andre Harrell started Uptown Records on 145th Street and whatever, I forgot the name of the house and places. But see, that's us. That's our people.
Exactly.
That's our people. Oh, they live in that building. So busy worrying about, why don't we just be grateful that somebody have a roof over their head and stop doing this, oh, they live in the project thing. And so Andre Harrell, I'm guilty of that a little bit, because when Angie Stone was my partner, and Angie Stone said, "B, I want you to meet Andre Harrell. You know, he has a record label called Uptown Records that's coming out soon." I said, "Where he live? Where's his office?" Because we were taught that people should have an office if they're running a business.
Right.
We don't do that. We don't need an office now. We just need a laptop and a phone.
Right.
So Andre Harrell had Jodeci. He had Jodeci, and then he was working a little with Mary. These were kids that he was trying to bring out there. But when you heard about Bernard, did you believe that you could meet somebody that lived on 112th Street?
Oh no, when you introduced me to him, he lived somewhere else.
Oh, he
an
did?
Even darker place.
Oh wow, I
on
didn't know that.
116th Street and Park Avenue.
Okay, well he had to play roof over his head,
Yes.
but did you learn something?
Oh,
Did he give you good music?
I
'Cause
learned.
that's the
I
thing.
learned some stuff from him about engineering
Mhm.
and everything. He taught me professionalism. He taught me how to work hard. May he rest in power.
Mhm.
And you know the things that you guys assimilated to me was a jewel that I could never repay. You know, the social roles that I developed helped me to adapt the mentality that I have today, and helped me steer away from certain cataclysms that the music business may have to offer. And I'm able to stay steadfast in my meditation and my growth and development.
Okay.
So, you know, I really appreciate that.
Okay. So now, you wrote a couple of books when you was away. We want to talk about this?
Oh, yeah.
What happened with you from 14, and I haven't seen you since.
Yes.
I've seen you doing your teen years.
Right.
But it's been a while since I've seen you. And then a couple of years ago, you called and said, "This is Jamal." I'm like, "Jamal, tell me where I know you from." And you told me, and I said, "I remember you, Jamal. What are you doing? What are you doing with your music?" And then you told me where you were. Where were you?
Right. I was in jail. I was in prison. And I'm like, well, I'm working right now. I'm still working. It don't stop. The show must go on.
Okay, so you said that you wanted to talk about your journey.
Yes.
What is your journey?
Okay, my journey consisted of, it was a rough patch at first, you know. I started dealing with the music, and then with the music it comes money.
Okay.
I started making a lot of money,
Okay.
you know, selling weed.
All right.
And then after that, I got into wholesale and retailing.
Right.
And while I'm wholesaling and retailing, I got into another game, which was the guns.
Okay.
And then, you know, one thing led down the other, selling guns and this. I ended up going away for 14 years.
So you was an entrepreneur.
You say
Yes.
that.
Well, that's a business. I
Yeah.
mean, people do. So that's what you did, and you got what 12 years, I thought.
Oh, no. They gave me 25 years.
Oh my.
Yeah, I had 25 years, and being I was faced with 25 years, I knew that I was in a situation.
Okay.
You know, but me coming from an adverse community, I learned how to assimilate into any kind of norms that may be presented. How to adapt and create resilience because where I'm from.
Right.
And so I know I had to study my worth. 25 years. Why I get 25 years? I didn't kill nobody.
Right.
So I started looking. I'm like, well, they set up me as a predicate, meaning I did time before, but I only did time in Maryland. I had a robbery in Maryland, and they counted that as a felony in New York. So I'm telling the lawyer, look, I'm a first-time offender. You can't use out-of-state conviction to enhance New York State prisons. The lawyer said, I have to look into it. I said, well, please do. I guarantee I'm right.
Okay, so you had already went to the law library.
Oh, yeah.
And look up things.
Yeah.
So so you lived in Maryland.
Yes.
Okay.
I lived all over. I'm a universal traveler.
Okay. Now we're telling this story to get you to where you are at right now,
Right.
because just because we make some young mistakes doesn't mean that should be the life
Exactly.
that you are, because everybody makes some mistakes.
Right.
You know, I've made a bunch of mistakes, but I didn't go to jail for those. But the thing about it is, we all make mistakes, and people cannot hold us to that. People need to understand that you can grow. So this is important for your story to be told, because you came from 25 years. And it's okay. From doing 25 years, right? Doing 25 years, and how did they break it down to 14 years?
Well, being that I had the conviction enhanced, because I'm a first-time offender, I had to get resentenced.
Okay.
So I took it back in front of the judge, and the judge only took off 3 years. I was like, if I get sentenced as a first-time offender, why you take off 3 years? Is it because you felt guilty?
And Wendell, are you paying attention that we are going live and everybody can see this?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And so I gave back that time, and then I said, wait a minute, this is still too much.
Okay, so who was speaking for you? You were speaking for yourself?
Of course.
You didn't have a lawyer?
What lawyer? That man sent me away for 25 years. I was the lawyer. Remember what you always tell me? What's your theme? To keep rising.
We keep rising to the top.
And I'm always keep rising. I'm never going to stop and stay stagnant.
Right. So you investigated what you needed
right.
to have done for yourself,
Yeah.
which makes sense to
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
And because I was always headstrong, determined on obtaining what I need, which I always tell people out there. Just because you get put in a situation, and it's a bad situation, doesn't mean there isn't any loopholes or any other way out of it. And even if you're stuck, you got to utilize that time to bring forth productivity. You got to make the best of your time to resurrect.
Okay, so they gave you 25,
Mm-hmm.
and then they broke it down to
22 years.
To 22 years.
And then I said, wait a minute, this is still too much time. So I put in another appeal and said, hey, this is too
You was
excessive.
doing appeals.
Yeah.
That's how it
And
came
got it
down.
back again.
Right, because this wasn't saying, oh, he said that's
Right.
too much. So you was putting
Right.
an appeal. We need to do
I did it
10.
twice.
You did it twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know about the other jailhouse lawyers, but I stay on my grind,
And you-
especially with a pen.
And you're supposed to. So, 14 years you did straight.
Yes.
Where were you?
I was in Sing Sing Correctional Facility. And while I'm there, I'm like, you know what? Time is ticking. The world's moving on. I can't get left behind.
Okay.
So I said, instead of letting this time do me, I'm going to do that time, and I'm going to make it happen. Because you got to remember, all the prophets, Jesus, when he went up to the mountains and came back, he came back with a determined idea.
Go ahead on the time.
Look at the prophet Muhammad.
Mhm.
When he went away, he received the revelation from the angel Jibril. So I use that time to enhance myself and to bring forth a game plan. Not only just any game plan, but to bring forth my middle game and my end game as well.
Okay, and during that time, I remember getting phone calls
Yes.
from you saying, listen, I said, you was being a knucklehead. I sure did. I did.
And talking about getting a switch on me.
I said, let me tell you something. If you could, I was fussing at him. I didn't even remember what he looked like, but I'm talking to younger people that if I treat people like they are my relative and blood relative as that, I could see you in the street and see something going on wrong. Look at here, what you doing? You're getting ready to get yourself in trouble. People say, B, you need to mind your business. But you see, that's what's wrong with us.
Right.
We don't try to help people. I say we, and I'm not saying just, it's a lot of us that would see things going on and don't say, let's talk to this young sister.
Exactly.
Let's talk to this young brother. Let's see what we can do to help. Come on over here. So Jamal would call me, you would call me, and I would say, listen, when you're going to do this 10, you had already done 12 years. That's
Right.
why I kept going
Right.
12 years.
Right, exactly.
You said, I did 12 years already. And you said, when I come out, I said, you said, I'm going to keep in touch with you. I said, I'm going to tell you this right now. You come out and be a knucklehead and go and get in more, go back out and do the same thing you did. There would be a switch. I'm like, why am I talking to people? This is how I am. That's my personality. There would be a switch that I would get and ask you to bring it off of the nearest tree. And I'm going to start beating you with it, because when you do make a mistake, okay, once or twice, but if you do it more than that, then it's a career.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
are not supposed to make this mistake a
Right.
mistaken career.
Right.
And so here we are. You spoke to me about when I'm doing things positive in here. I'm writing books. How did that come about?
Well, I always did get into the writing. I
Mhm.
love the music and the
Right.
writing. So I said, let me start piling up some of these books. So the first book I did was House of Brittle Bones. That's a book of short stories with an immaculate twist on it. And it's available on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, or all major distributors. And
Okay, let's stop there.
yes,
When you put the House of Bitter Bones together, were these supposed to be yin and yang and dreamscape, or they're supposed to be songs that you put into a poem or made it into a story?
No.
What is this book about before we move on to the next one?
it's supposed to be it's like books with a twist, sort of like the Twilight Zone.
Mhm.
I like creating that certain mystique for the mind.
All right.
So
Explain.
Like I like having a twist on the end. I like having like a Like, when you think that the bad guys is gonna win?
Okay, I'm not understanding what the book is. I do, but we want to be clear for the people that's
Okay.
watching. The House of Bread and Bone is this about you being away?
Oh no, it's not about me.
Okay, so
It's
what
a
is
fictional
about?
stories.
Okay.
It's fictional, like
Oh, these are
it's fiction.
fiction stories
Yes.
that you wrote.
Yeah, ghost stories.
And okay, got you. See,
Supernatural.
we need to be clear
Yeah.
on what we're talking about. Right.
Yeah.
So this would be like episodes of this
Right.
like you do.
Like
see
the Twilight Zone.
and
Right,
you go to-
exactly.
I do
The Outer
understand what you're
Limited.
saying, the Outer Limited,
Right.
things like that. What made you decide to do this?
I love creating that suspense.
Mhm.
I like making people smile. I like entertaining them. I like to see their face,
Mhm.
that surprise, that when that bell go off in the end.
Okay.
And this, but I was surprised how many people love this book. I got 5 stars on Amazon. I'm
Mhm.
in Jewelry Catalog, Universal World Jewelry. I was just in a Westchester magazine,
There you go.
and they're actually loving this book right now.
Okay. Now, you wrote this and you published this.
Yes.
While you were away.
Yes,
In Sing Sing.
yes.
All right.
This book,
Pretty impressive.
this book, my director Stax is gonna make a couple of these movies. Since they're so short, we're gonna film a few of them.
Okay.
So
All right. So, kites that flew.
yes, that's my baby right there.
Okay. So talk about that. What is this book about?
Well, it's written. It's actually true, but it's written from an anthropological perspective.
Okay.
About
Say
the
that word again.
I don't know if I can say that word again.
Okay. Say that word again.
Anthropological.
Okay. All right.
Anthropology.
Y'all got that? Okay. I love it.
Specialist in the study of people.
Of course. Of course.
Anyway, I was going to Columbia University at the time,
All right.
and I was taking up anthropology.
Oh.
Yeah, and while in prison, of course, I'm not a slouch. I'm not going to ask nobody for nothing, so I hustle. You know, I sell junk food,
Okay.
and they sell it back for double. So in doing so, I have all kinds of people sending kites, little messages.
Really?
Yeah. And so one day I came back from college, and I see all these kites on my bed. I'm about to throw it away, and then I remember something. My Columbia University professor taught me, wait a minute, that's what an ethnographer do. They save the kites and they study the specimen.
Okay. Stay right
Yes.
there. Because I like to be clear.
Yes.
Columbia, you
Yes.
weren't there while you was away?
Yeah.
How?
Well, Columbia go and they give accredited classes there. Columbia
Yeah,
and Mercy
explain
University.
it that way because a
Yeah.
lot of people probably don't know that because they would say, wait a
Oh.
minute, how could he be away and then
Right,
go?
and then, right,
So
okay,
explain
yes.
that.
Yes, so Columbia University and Mercy College both work together to provide education for the incarcerated population.
Mm-hmm.
And so in doing so, I earned my bachelor's degree while I was there as well. And now I'm currently going for my master's degree. So,
Very good.
yeah.
Very good. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I mean, because you made a couple of mistakes, that don't mean that's your whole life. You have people that have the same life as when I see the 60-year and the 65 years old with the swagging pants and they just have not learned anything, it just drives me all the way crazy. It's like, well, really? Didn't you learn something?
Yeah.
Okay, I got burnt on my hand being out in the sun. Guess what I do when I come in the sun? I put gloves on so I don't get burned. You have to learn a lesson from some things.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, Jamal, you came a long way.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about Seven and the studio that you in Seven. What are you guys doing?
Oh, that's my bro. We've been recording so many people. But right now we're just trying to, rather than doing studio time, we're just trying to book a couple of people that we can produce ourselves, and
Okay.
and we're working with Stax. That's our movie director. We're trying to produce some of his music as well, and we got a couple other people that we're working with. But Seven, that's my bro. We've been down since kindergarten.
Okay.
Held me down while I was in prison.
Look at
Made
that.
sure I was all right. That man made sure I had a place to parole to upon coming out. February 8th.
Mm-hmm.
He's right there. Even though he had his daughter there, he said, here, you good. And gave me all the essentials that I need to survive. Here's a laptop. Here's this. Here's a phone. Take care of your business.
Mhm.
From that moment on, staying there was a beautiful transition because it allowed my mind to assimilate back into the cultural norms
Mhm.
of society.
Right.
So as I'm there, I'm staying up all night till 3 in the morning,
Mhm.
all night working, studying the ins and outs, paperwork. While I was in there, I wrote a nonprofit business as well,
Did you?
with articles of corporation, bylaws.
Mhm.
I was into it. I was about my business.
There you
I had
go.
a touchdown running.
There you
While I'm
go.
in there, I'm doing beats. I'm telling Seven, we need this beat, get this. So they're working. While I'm in there, we working hard.
Okay.
So that's why I kept telling you when I was calling you on the phone, we working.
Yeah, because you always say, listen, but I'm not just sitting here
Yeah.
waiting for no switch from you. Because when I come out, I'm going to make
Yeah.
you proud of me.
Yep.
And I am.
Thank you.
And I am. So now you also didn't just hang around, laid around, ate potato chip and
Oh, no.
watch TV all day long with the remote control on your phone doing the,
Oh no.
yo, what's up? Yeah, what's up? Holla at a boy. No, you went out within 3 weeks. You got a job.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing. In 3 weeks, I got a job. 4 weeks I got 2 jobs.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, we're gonna start borrowing some money in a little while. Let them keep on talking. That's
about a month and a week later, I got my own place.
good for you.
And I told people when I come out, it's all gas, no brakes.
Mhm.
I'm not stopping until I get where I'm going. I told everybody that was in there, they left me for dead. You know, it's all good. I still love y'all. You know, I
Okay,
just love you
so
from afar.
have you seen any of the people? Did you have a running crew before you went away?
I did, and I did have people that I thought was family, but then I understand that all blood related doesn't mean family.
Oh no, that's quite true.
Right.
You could have family with people that you're not related to at all.
Exactly.
Right. So so when you came out, you didn't try to hook up or say, you just said, see where they at. Hey, how y'all doing?
Oh no, cause when I came out, I felt like I was already on top of the world, and I was moving very fast.
I love it.
I came out with books. I came out with a college degree. I came out with articles of corporations for a nonprofit business. I came out with direction. I came out with determination and drive. I came out with that fire burning in me because they left me abandoned for years. And that fire transformed, and that fury transformed to the ability and the efficacy to manifest great wonders and
Wow.
achieve.
Listen, now, do you feel, had you not done this time, where do you think you would be at had you not? Sometimes,
Mhm.
sometimes that's a good thing.
Mhm.
Sometimes, if you're not just put away because
Right.
you're black, you
Right.
know. But sometimes that could save your life
Right.
just being away. Because I have some family members I know had it not been upstate, the story would be
Well,
different.
Tell you the truth, I'm gonna say what I always tell my clients where I work.
Mhm.
Shout out to Exodus. I work at Exodus. A termite does not know that it is tearing apart its home
Mm.
when it's eating the very wood that its home is made out of,
Look
trying
at
to
that.
survive.
Ooh, yeah.
Without a lack of education, a person doesn't know what he's doing. He has no idea of what's going on when he's tearing apart his home, thinking that he's getting full. And
Right.
at the end of the day, he's laying in the same home that he burned down.
That he told. See, now, your lesson was, you might have not gotten all of this lesson. Now, who want to be in jail? Nobody does. But you might, this seemed to have been a great education for you.
Yes.
Great education for you.
Mhm.
Because had you not been stopped, you might have
Right.
said, this bread is good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this thing, and then it doesn't last forever.
Uh-huh.
No, then
Yeah.
you got the jealousy people over
Yeah.
there that gonna tell on you anyway, because you know how that runs.
Yeah, but
I'm glad that you're doing well, though.
It was so hard though, because when I came out, you got to remember
Mm.
my perspective, because I'm assimilating back into a society where there's no payphones.
Oh, that's right. When you went away,
Right.
we didn't have.
Right.
We were just coming into cell phones.
Right. Exactly.
And not the.
I had the big phone.
The big one.
I had a StarTAC. Yeah.
Right. Oh my
So
gosh.
so
yeah.
that's what that you gotta understand the culture that I'm assimilating to. So I'm looking around at this alien world where people walk around smoking weed in front of my face.
And
Right.
and the police
It's
was
legal.
driving by.
Yeah, they're talking to the police smoking. I'm like, oh my God, I got locked up for that. Yeah, so I'm up here in a different phase, and a lot of people that I know has died from COVID.
Right. Oh my. Yes.
Yeah, so I was in there for all this.
all of that.
And so I'm in a different world where the young people are out here hungry, asking for change. And I'm like, what happened?
Wow.
And at the same time, I'm sleeping on a couch that seven blessedly let me have. You know, that's why I can't thank him enough for being my foundation and my rock and help me to get to greatness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the same time I'm sitting there, I'm studying. Seven's house is crazy, by the way.
Okay.
I'm up here studying at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's in a room studying at 4 o'clock in the morning with the beats.
Doing music.
Yeah, his daughter is come out the room at 2 o'clock with his beat. I mean,
Oh, okay. See, this is
everybody working.
Everybody's working.
Everybody's working in the
And
house.
it sounds like a happy
Yeah,
situation.
yeah,
Well, okay. Well,
yeah.
Wow.
But the beautiful thing, let me tell you. At first, I thought that I'm gonna lie, I doubted people. After they denied me for 14 years, I totally lost my faith in everybody. Yeah, so you know, when I touched down, I didn't know who to trust. Like I said, my own blood-related people turned their backs on me.
Mm.
You know, and
Because you were just jailbird
yeah,
Jamal, not the human being that made some mistake
Right.
in his young life.
right.
But that's just him coming out of jail.
Yeah.
Who he's gonna stay with. Yeah, family sometimes.
And me
can be
being
that.
me,
Uh-huh.
me being me, I need money. So of course I have to hustle. I'm not asking nobody for nothing. I'm definitely not lowering my standards to nobody.
Uh-oh, Jamal. Okay. Okay.
I can't help it.
Jamal.
You were
okay.
still than me.
Okay, Jamal. But Jamal is gonna keep it on that straight and narrow.
Yeah.
You're gonna make it that
Yes,
way.
yes.
Because now you're doing movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's another thing. I'm doing movies. I'm currently doing one right now with the director Stacks, and
Is this Stacks?
yeah, this Stacks right
Hey,
here.
Stacks.
How you
We're
doing?
gonna talk